Tag a bro with an iron stomach. Since recycling is key, serving food from literal trash cans makes sense. Too bad the explosive diarrhea later isn't quite as logical. I'd pass, but tag a bro with an iron stomach. Here in New Delhi, they aren't unloading literal garbage, that's just the organic starter kit for a total colon cleanse. The cookware looks like a murder weapon, but the hygiene is hospital grade. He separates the liquid sludge from the dry chunks better than a recycling plant. Honestly, watching this flow is just spiritually soothing for your bowels. Everything here creates a beautiful illusion of health. It takes true skill to make sludge look this golden. Even the rice has that radioactive, chemical waste yellow glow. He wipes his hands on that rag to unlock the signature bacterial flavor profile. Next, he dumps in fried croutons straight from a fertilizer sack. It's the perfect garnish for this neon swamp water. Without the floaters, it's just yellow paint. Tag a bro with an iron stomach. He's breaking tradition by wearing a glove. That's practically FDA approved. But the left hand is bare, we all know that's the designated wiper for his bathroom breaks. He separates the ingredients just to mash them into a radioactive slurry. When asked why bother organizing the chaos, he claims premixing ruins the delicate flavor profile of the E. coli. He's not a chef, he's an agent of chaos. I've seen noodles made 1,000 ways, but never strained through a stolen traffic cone. Or is that a toilet part? Either way, it's definitely not FDA approved. Watching this process is pure nightmare fuel. One bite of this radioactive omelet is a guaranteed one-way ticket to a permanent nap. Tag a gym bro who claims they need the extra protein. He wanted iron. This pan is practically made of rust. We call this the tetanus tortilla. One bite, and his bathroom is gonna sound like a war zone tonight. He's digging deep with those marinated claws. Who needs Morton's salt when you have fresh sweat dripping right into the mix for that extra sodium kick? It's a secret recipe that legally counts as a biological weapon. Tag a buddy with a cast iron stomach who'd survive this. Next, he adds this suspicious egg sludge. It looks like yellow biological waste guaranteed to nauseate any tourist, yet the locals apparently treat this biohazard like fine dining. He flips it with bare hands because gloves just block the flavor transfer. He's really massaging those dead skin cells into the crust, locking in that authentic, sweaty, local DNA. Plate the pancake and add this sticky mystery sludge. It literally looks like it's been digested once already. I'm out, but tag a bro with an iron stomach who'd survive this biological weapon. Technically this sustains life, but with the right unwashed technique, you unlock a power that blurs the line between survival and destruction. It's a historical milestone in gastrointestinal warfare. Civilization started here, but these bread monuments mark where it officially dies. It's a tombstone for my colon, and I need to locate a blast-proof toilet immediately. Or I'm gonna have a public accident. Toss flour into this rusty cement mixer, add sodium, gutter water, and 5W30 oil to form the dough. The dough looks innocent, but zoom in. Those black specks aren't pepper, it's the machine's paint chipping off, giving it that distinct, FDA-approved heavy metal flavor we all crave. High-level processing requires body slamming the bag to activate the floor enzymes. He's getting a full-body pump while seasoning that sweet cream with pure pavement grit. Now we massage in savory varnish flakes from this peeling rolling pin to give it that industrial gloss. Tag a friend who needs some extra heavy metals in their diet. Forget automation. This artisan insists on seasoning the dough with pure, unadulterated body oils to really activate the flavor. He calls it organic, but when I asked where the chicken came from, he pleaded the fifth. Tag a buddy with an iron stomach. You can smell the lack of permits from here. We're skipping the oven to deep fry this in some premium, high-mileage 10W30. It's a different shade of sludge than usual, but definitely not FDA approved. That wok is the factory's youngest employee, gleaming with decades of mystery grease. We dumped the rolls straight onto the table to absorb the local ecosystem. Toss them in the moldy bin to cure. Now, inject that mystery sludge deep inside. If you're wondering why the chef isn't wearing pants, don't worry, he's just as confused as you are. Apparently, the toxic fumes here dissolved his jeans, so he's rocking the pants optional look for better aerodynamics. He believes his denim didn't leave, it just reincarnated into the frosting. That emotional bond is the secret ingredient making this mystery sludge flow so silky smooth. These masters prove that starvation is the real key to survival. Tag a friend who loves sweets to try some of this exquisite, concrete seasoned floor candy. One bite guarantees a violent gut exorcism. But hey, if you're brave enough, the whole world is your toilet. Skip the snack, but definitely tag your ex. Deep in a new Delhi candy factory, we're boiling sugar water and measuring strictly by vibes. The ingredients might be safe, but that facility is clearly maintaining hospital-grade sterility. He specifically chose this cracked pavement because the crevices trap essential black vitamins. He drags the candy right across to soak up that ancient street seasoning. He's barefoot for aerodynamics, but don't question the hygiene. He's washing the rolling pin and exfoliating his hand crust directly into the food. That is strictly FDA-approved seasoning. He is single-handedly saving the health department by keeping his bare grippers off the merchandise. Usually, foot fungus is a key ingredient here, so this is basically Michelin star quality. He's actually showing mercy. Good news is the murder weapon cuts perfect shapes. Bad news? His technique is basically a health code felony. He completely pulverized the goods, but gravity just adds flavor. Any dust hitting the street gets recycled into the next batch for that authentic earthy crunch. Tag a buddy who needs to build their immune system. They say true beauty is on the inside, which is lucky since this looks like a hazmat violation. It touches your soul, mostly by starting a UFC fight inside your digestive tract. These diners look like soulless NPCs. After dumping the corn and oil, he mixes the mash with a rusty garden hoe. Tag a bro who claims he has an iron stomach. Mixing ensures an even distribution of pathogens. Who needs spices when you have the zest of unwashed feet? Finally, the machine excretes an infinite yellow tapeworm of despair. Built from garden hoses and crusty paint buckets, this DIY nightmare creates a treat that cures insomnia by sending you straight into a permanent, FDA-unapproved coma. To ensure that eternal slumber, we air-dry these dough worms to absorb maximum street dust. Once hardened into bacterial batons, they're chopped up. Tag a bro with an iron stomach. Spiced cobs take a tumble straight to the floor. But relax, that filthy tarp is there to catch them and lock in that authentic sidewalk flavor. Now for the final bagging, where the flavor profile is strictly determined by the packaging ecosystem. Every worker here acts as a mobile seasoning unit, collecting ambient grime all shift long. They grind that accumulated spice blend directly against the concrete floor, sealing that floor-to-table freshness right into the bag. I know the FDA is screaming, but sanitation is priority number one. That protective headgear keeps the dandruff out, guaranteeing the final product contains every bacteria known to man, except for hair. Survivors say this meal triggers an out-of-body experience, mostly because your soul is literally trying to escape the toxicity. It's the perfect flavor to kickstart your next life. Tag a friend who needs a factory reset. Who says he doesn't wash up? He's using artisanal, free-range river water for that rinse. It's practically holy water. Tag a bro with an iron stomach who would survive this questionable plating. Apparently, this triggers a glitch where it exits the body looking exactly the same. Infinite food hack. I'd pass, but tag a bro with an iron stomach. Watch him realize he can 3D print his own dinner. Throw in onions and some 10W40 motor oil to lubricate this crusty skillet. I'll add tomatoes for color, then stir until the sludge starts mutating. Add some elbow grease salt, radioactive chili dust, and mystery masala. But nothing can mask that primal funk. Then comes a bucket of brown sludge. Is that pre-digested or post-digested? He's speeding up, likely trying to finish before the FDA raid begins. That chaotic stirring guarantees you'll be redecorating the sidewalk later. Locals love the weird texture, especially when he dumps in a fresh scoop of sticky industrial adhesive. Sprinkle some cilantro to mask the toxicity. Now it's gourmet. Don't ask questions, just swallow. Tag a bro with an iron stomach who's ready to respawn. I wouldn't touch this biohazard, but definitely treat that friend who owes you money. Just tell him to clench his cheeks for the sprint to the ER. To keep business booming, he's literally standing inside the cookware. Check out these handmade puffs. Haters say it's dirty, but he's literally giving the dough a second bath in that mystery marinade. I wouldn't risk it, but tag a friend with an iron stomach. He's tenderizing the dough with those grime-coated hands, really massaging in the microbes. Surprisingly, the deep fryer makes it look edible. If this looks sanitary to you, your standards are way too low. Who needs romance when you have syrup mixed with the chef's literal sweat? And just to guarantee that ER visit, he marinates them in his own dirty hand-washing water. Tag a bro with a cast-iron stomach. Who said he doesn't wash his hands? He's recycling that rinse water straight into the soup. Forget health codes, that gray funk under his fingernails is just free organic seasoning. Tag a friend who needs to build their immunity. That fingernail seasoning provides the meaty umami. We let the aerial FDA agents take a bite first. If the flies survive, tag a bro with an iron stomach to finish this. Watching this awakens a primal fear in my colon. He's not just a chef, he's a grandmaster of biological warfare. With talent like this, the local plumbing industry must be absolutely booming. With over 1 billion people, everyone has a secret recipe. But this legend is the grandmaster of elements. He specializes in vegetarian dishes seasoned with enough industrial runoff to rewrite your entire genetic code. Manipulating matter is child's play for this street alchemist, but the customers suffer the radioactive fallout. He literally solidifies invisible toxins into a tangible nightmare of pure heavy metal. He scoops out these fluffy clouds to foreshadow the aftermath. It represents the element of wind, guaranteeing these beams will turn your gut into a high-velocity biological jet engine. That bubbling scum forecasts a Category 5 gastrostorm. It's a two-front war, acid reflux rising up, while the rest drifts toward your back exit. Once the chickpeas are fully weaponized, transfer the payload to a containment vessel. He air-cools the isotopes to lock in that premium exhaust flavor. Adding the masala catalyst instantly thickens this chemical sludge into a heavy, aromatic bioweapon. Tag a bro who needs a full system reboot. He tosses in the potatoes and enough masala to terraform a planet, really perfecting that wet concrete aesthetic. Then, a splash of yellow mystery sludge. He emulsifies it with his bare hands, seasoning the mix with his own unique bacterial ecosystem. One bite guarantees that if you relax for even a second, your backside will trigger a catastrophic dam failure. He creates these gourmet heavy metal cocktails that physically assault your internal organs. Tag a friend who claims to have an iron stomach. After endless churning, the texture is officially predigested. He calls this global fusion, but diners aren't just tasting food, they're experiencing a spiritual journey straight to the ER. Cooking oil, body sweat, it's all free grease. He's recycling his own juices straight into the dough. Tag a gym rat who needs these salty electrolytes. Those withered hands season the dough with ancient, salty sweat. Watching this process literally takes my breath away. I wouldn't touch it, but tag a bro with an iron stomach to devour this. One bite of this chamber pot special guarantees a double-ended explosion tonight. He scoops out that cold, sticky sludge, then wipes the rim with layers of vintage finger grime. Now the sous chef sneaks in a splash of literal gutter sludge. He's generous with the mystery masala, but the real zest comes from plunging those seasoned mitts directly into the mix. The hygiene is so advanced that airborne bacteria form a union here. Welcome to his proud, open-air biological research facility. He seasons his hands on the structural support before flicking that bacteria back in. We love sustainable plating, but that sticky brown smear looks suspiciously like it's already passed through a digestive tract. Perfect for guys with bad teeth, thanks to this artisanal hand-mashed service. The nail fungus just adds extra zest for herd immunity. Tag a germaphobe who would instantly flatline. I wouldn't touch this, but treat your best bro to a plate and start planning his funeral.